Congratulations to those who have voted for Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, because I'm going to be doing a review today. Book 1 of the Infernal Devices, Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, is a story based around really 3 characters, but we're going to start with Tessa. Tessa has just lost her dear aunt and is moving to London, England to live with her brother Nathaniel Gray. And upon arriving in London, she's actually kidnapped by the Dark Sisters, who are downworlders in the Shadow Hunter world. There they force her to use her power of change, and that means that she can transform herself into another person, such as like a shadow hunter, a downworlder, or a human, just by holding a possession of theirs. After being forced to use this power, she is trying to escape, and she finally does actually escape after running into Will and Jem, who arrive at the Dark Sisters' home, and they in turn take her back to the London Institute to give her refuge. And there she's met with all the other Shadow Hunter people at the Institute, who decide that they're going to help her find her brother Nathaniel, because obviously he's gotten into some bad mojo with some downworlders, and they decided that they're going to help her find him. Clockwork Angel is based on their search for Tessa's brother, as well as finding out who the Magister is and how Nathaniel Gray has gotten mixed up in it, and what is going on with these weird automated things that have human skin covering them. Basically robots with like human skin kind of thing. Very Terminator-ish, only in Victorian age. At the London Institute, Tessa is introduced to several characters, such as Charlotte and Henry Branwell. Charlotte is the head person of the Institute, which is very unique because she's a woman during the Victorian age, where women are just supposed to sit there, look pretty, and not really talk, because apparently we didn't have enough brain cells during that age to really form a proper sentence. Henry, on the other hand, is completely introverted, and he's very kind of like a scientist. He's tinkering with things, building things to actually help the Institute when they go out. And that's kind of where the steampunk kind of feel comes in, as well as other parts in the novel, which I'll get to later. Tessa is also introduced to Jessamine, who is a fellow female shadow hunter, but she really doesn't want anything to do with the shadow hunter world. She's just kind of at the Institute just to be there and just to live there, but she really just wants to find a proper man to marry and have babies and be happy with life. So she really doesn't want anything to do with the shadow hunters or learn about her shadow hunter, fighting abilities or anything like that. There's also Jem and Will, which I'm really excited to talk about. Jem is actually really sweet. He's very down to earth, has it together, very gentlemanly, whereas Will is kind of the complete opposite. He's kind of an ass, I'm not gonna lie. He's really hot ass though. Aren't they all really hot and a-hole-ish? There's an obvious connection between Will and Tessa, and at first when I was reading the book I didn't think that Jem would, I thought that maybe Tessa and Jem would be more friends, but as the book progressed it was kind of obvious that Jem would be that third angle in the love triangle. Will is very sarcastic and snarky. He knows he's good looking and he doesn't mind letting other people know, and he's very kind of like a jokester. He always keeps people at arm's length, and that's something that you'll kind of discover throughout the book. He kind of has this dark past that Tessa is obviously trying to figure out. And there's instant chemistry between them, and there are some scenes where it just gets really very hot. For the most part, I'm really enjoying Will and Jem, and I've seen this a lot in the comments and online at Goodreads and a lot of places, but people are having a really difficult time deciding between Will and Jem, so there's really not any teams, and I really wish we would get rid of that whole thing. We're past that, but I guess I don't really know what else to call it. Let's go ahead and talk about Tessa herself. I actually really like Tessa. She's definitely a proper young lady, but she definitely handle her own. I think that she has a really, independent strength to her that I really enjoyed and I really liked, and she was really enjoyable to read, and she wasn't, you know, too cliche and not too whiny and things like that. So she was enjoyable. I liked her. The overall plot and the overall settings and the overall book I really enjoyed. I truly liked the plot. You kind of got pushed right into it at the beginning and it really didn't slow down, not even to the very end. I actually remember reading this in about like a day or two, which is actually really good for me because during that time I was in college, so I had to worry about classes and work. So I'm sure that this book got finished at like 4 a.m. in the morning. Overall, I really enjoyed the book. I love the settings. I'm a huge steampunk fan. I wouldn't call this a true steampunk novel, but there is a very heavy nod to the steampunk genre in The Clockwork Angel. I really give props to Cassandra Clare, and overall I'm going to give this book a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Thank you all again so much for voting for Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, and I'm actually going to be posting another review on Tuesday. I'm going to be in a different location because I'm actually going to be in Dallas visiting people, and I'm going to be doing a review over Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins, mainly because it was the second book. Like, it almost won, but I think it lost by like 2 votes to Clockwork Angel. So I'm going to go ahead and do a review over that on Tuesday, and then Wednesday night I'm going to be going to a pre-screening of Safe Haven. I know it's like just a day early, but still it's a day earlier, and I'm really excited because I really enjoyed that book. So hopefully I'll be able to do a review over the book / movie of Safe Haven also. Don't forget to visit thenightowlpost.com or facebook.com/thenightowlsociety to get the latest on the Night Owl Society. We're reading The Selection by Kara Cass this month, as well as if you go to thenightowlpost.com, you'll be able to get the latest news and information about books, authors, publishers, etc. Because we like to keep you up to date. And then, you know, book world, what's going on in the young adult book world. So yeah, and I'm rambling because I haven't done this in a really long time and I'm kind of rusty. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday. Bye!